Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Okay. So today, you guys, I am gonna get some stuff done. I'm gonna get some stuff done, but I'm not taking you with me because I'm not trying to be outside, you know, in this 100-degree weather for that long. So anyways, I'm gonna show you me doing my hair and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna, you know, pull apart my hair because I have to, this is cool, right? I have to go places today, so I have to look somewhat normal. My hair is already dry and everything, but after I do this really quick, I want to show you guys what I've been painting. I haven't finished it because for me, like, when I paint, I take a long time to do it. For no reason really, I just take a long time, you know. And you know, I think I'm close to finishing it. I don't like how it turned out, if I'm being real with you. So that's why I have been like procrastinating even doing it, you know. Wow, this angle is crazy. You know what this makes me feel like? When I'm in a like dressing room and there's like several mirrors and you just look at yourself from like every angle. Sometimes I spend too much time in those because I end up looking at myself like for too long because there's so many mirrors. I'm like, oh, this is what I look like turned around. That's crazy, you know. I wish I had a room like that though, because I feel like it gives you a better like it helps you to figure out if you actually like an outfit or how it actually looks on you, you know? Or if like you like your hair too. Like, I feel like that'd be useful if you had like a haircut or something and you want to see if you actually like it. I feel like they should have a room like that with several mirrors, like in a hairdresser room, you know? So after you get a haircut or something, you actually know how it looks like while you're standing up and walking around. I don't know, I was gonna do my hair, but maybe I'll do it later because it always gets messed up anyways. Like, I'm gonna go get groceries and every time I'm outside my hair gets messed up, so I might just do it later. Because I wasn't gonna do it to go run errands, I was gonna do it, you know, because I have to go to my taekwondo class, you know. I make sure I look presentable for my taekwondo class. But I don't care how I look if I'm just going to buy eggs or get gas, you know. Why would I care? I would normally put my hair gel in it, but like I said, I might not do that right now. I might do it later. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like doing it right now. Also, this is my lip combo. It's liner and gloss. And I just like it to be, can you see? I like it to be kind of subtle. I just use this for the color because this is clear. It's looking a little bit pink because I've used it. I've never really used like bold colors on my lips because I feel like it's too much, you know? Especially because I have pretty big lips. If I had like really thin lips, then I could see myself doing that, but I don't know, I just think it's way too much for me, you know. Honestly, I was gonna put a little more on, like I was gonna put on some mascara, but I might do that later, you know. I don't know, if y'all have seen my other videos, you can tell like the big difference in my hair. When I style it this way, like it keeps its curls, but the curls are way more, you know, uniform and like they look like, I don't know what to explain. Like they don't make me mad. If I am mad about my hair, it makes me, you know what I mean? So, you know, these look way better. I mean, like for example, this front piece right here, oh my god, like it doesn't make me upset because it makes me feel like it looks good, you know? So I just take some of this, literally, and this is it. I'm telling you, this is like the last step. is I'll use more, but sometimes I just put a little in the front pieces, and I'll put more in the back later, but it helps with like frizz and anything else that I don't really like. And this stuff lasts, I mean, I'm not promoting it, but it lasts all day. This, I go through it pretty quick, and it's like $20 something. It's not cheap. I wish it was cheaper, but it's so good. That's why I will keep buying it, because I've never had anything work this well, ever. Like you guys, I've tried different gels and mousses. Nothing has worked like this. I mean, this actually lasts all day. It does not leave my hair being all like crunchy and disgusting, you know. I mean, as you can tell, it kind of looks the same, right, as it did earlier, except less frizzy. I mean, this thing works like so well. It really does the job. I've tried like Eco, like that Eco gel. I've tried like mousses, like where it looks like whipped cream, and nothing works like as good as this work. I mean, it does not make your hair, like I said, like crunchy or anything. I mean, it just works so well. It's like unbelievable. Like, it works so well. And of course, like, you can reapply it as much as you want throughout the day, and it does not get crunchy or gross or anything. I mean, it works amazing, seriously. And you know what's funny? I found out about this gel a long time ago through this other YouTuber, and I was like, she's so pretty and her hair is so pretty, oh my god. And she said she used that gel, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna try it. And it turns out it worked, because usually I would try stuff, right, and it would not work. This works. Anyways. I mean, I don't think I'll ever use a different gel on my hair, because I don't need to. Like, literally, for what? Like I feel like I'd be wasting my time, and it doesn't damage my hair at all. At all. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to promote this, y'all, but it really does. I will not be using anything else. Okay, so I wanted to show y'all my smoothie that I just made. Look, it's well, you can't see it, but it's a strawberry smoothie. I don't have any straws, but this is how I like to eat it. I know it's weird, and I have some more in here. I got this blender from Costco. It works so freaking well. So I have I made arroz con habichuelas like last week, and I still have some, but I might just eat those later. So what I do for my smoothie, I should have filmed me making it, but I will do strawberries, peanut butter, almond milk, oatmeal, cinnamon, and maple syrup to add as a sweetener. And today I put some ice cubes, and I really like, you know, that the ice cubes, it actually added a nice texture. And I said peanut butter, right? That's one of the most important ingredients. Peanut butter really makes the smoothie. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. Oh, y también tengo que hablar en español. Pero estaba pintando esto y no me gusta este color aquí, porque siento que es muy rojo y no machea con estos. No sé, no me gusta el color, y puedo pintar esto de otro color, pero ya que tengo todo esto, eso como me va a coger mucho tiempo hacer eso, entonces no lo voy a hacer. But if you're wondering why this is like this, it might look good now because I tried to fix it, but originally I wanted a sharp line right here. I didn't want any of this paint here, but I painted the tree. I messed up bad. Okay, I was taking my brush, right, and I painted it all the way over here, and then I thought, wow, this looks super ugly, and so then I decided on this mountain idea to fix it, and yeah, it looks okay, but originally I wasn't gonna do all this. So I have mixed feelings about this, because you know, have kind of messed up a little already. And when I mess up, I don't love it unless I can fix it to so it doesn't look too bad, right? It doesn't look too bad right now, but I think I'm just gonna leave this simple, you know, as simple as I can. Let me try and bring it closer. The lighting's a little bit off in here, but basically I just want to finish the tree. I really want to finish the branches and like leave it at that, you know what I mean? So yeah. And also, oh my god, I don't know if anybody else has this issue. I am so bad about cleaning my brushes, you guys. I just had to throw one away because I left it dirty for like 2 weeks. And it was a good one, and I shouldn't have done that. And that's something I've been struggling with my whole life, is I will use a brush, I will get it dirty, and I will have to clean it. And I will wait last minute to clean it, and then it's super hard to clean because the paint dried. And it's such a bad habit of mine, and I need to stop doing it because it's just stupid. Like, you're just ruining brushes for no reason, you know? But anyways, that's part of why I like this, because you don't have to clean it. This is, I think I got this for really cheap at Michael's, I think. But I have not cleaned this at all. And I have my paint right here. I think I mixed some water in it, so it's been doing me really good. Like, I'll mix water because, okay, also, do you want to know where I got this piece of wood? I didn't get this piece of wood from anywhere. I mean from the store. I do martial arts, and in one of our belt tests, we were breaking boards. Well, we do that every belt test. And at the last, I think during the like first 2 belt tests that I did, the first 2 or 3, they let us keep our boards. And so I didn't throw any of them. I still have all of them because I was like, I'm not gonna throw a perfectly good piece of wood away when I can paint on it. And so this is the first one that no, it's not. I think this is the second one that I've painted on. And I like this one because I put a little bit more effort into it. But a goal of mine is to, you know, use up a lot of the supplies I have now, because the thing is, you guys, you know, eventually I want to buy a new set of paint, but I want to use up everything that I have. I want to use it all up. I want to paint every single thing that I have, every canvas, everything. And then I can look into buying more paint, because why am I gonna buy maybe nicer quality paints when I have a bunch right here? You know what I mean? So I'm telling myself, I'm like, you have to use up all your supplies, and then you can look into, you know, getting something else. But I'm telling y'all, when I mess up, it's never really a mess up, but if I get frustrated, then it makes me not want to paint because I get upset. Because when I messed this up right down here, this tree, it made me mad. And then I was like, I'm not doing this. So, because it's not my job to paint, you know what I mean? I like to paint and I want to get better at it, but I don't do that as my job. I just do this for fun. And so if I get frustrated, then yeah, I'm gonna get upset and I'm not gonna do you know what I mean? But I want to stop with that mindset because it's stupid and I'm just acting like a little kid, and I'm like, and I always manage to fix it. Like, look, I fixed it, right? I did it. You know what I mean? There's no reason for me to be upset over something stupid that I can just paint over. Anyways. And you know what? No, now that I'm on this topic, I want to stop painting trees because I've been painting trees for the last 4 fucking years or something. I'm done. Like, there's nothing wrong with painting trees, but like, I always do the same thing. I'm like, oh my god, like, I have such a great idea. Let me get black and paint a silhouette. You guys, I have painted so many trees at this point. I need to stop, because then I get mad at myself and I'm like, oh, how come I don't know how to paint anything else? I only know how to paint trees. Motherfucker, that's because you only paint trees. What are you talking about? You know, so, you know, this is why I don't paint. I'm telling you, I always go through this whole cycle of, okay, let me calm down. I'm gonna get some water and I will be back so we can start painting. Okay, I used to have a separate channel and Instagram for painting, but I ended up getting rid of that because I think it actually made me want to paint less because I felt like pressure. And I decided that if I want to post something that I paint, I can, but I don't have to. Because I think there's this, with social media now, you have this pressure of, if I make something creative and it's awesome, you know, I should post it. But then you kind of, it almost feels like an obligation. And I know, it's like, Kayla, if you paint something amazing, right? Let's say you work super hard on it, you don't have to tell anybody. Like, you can keep that to yourself. And I think ever since I was little, it's always been this thing of like painting stuff for other people or from my family members, or like if I paint something, I post about it. And I want to get out of that because I think it's low-key taken like the creativity out of it, because I don't know, it's just it's almost like at this point screwing with me than it is helping me. And I'm like, look, if you want to sell your art or something one day, you can, but you don't have to post about everything, you know? Like, if you just want to paint just to paint, then you can do that. And I think that's what I'm lacking, is letting myself really learn and create, because I'm kind of doing it in a, what is gonna look good if I take a picture, rather than, do I like this? Is there other styles that I can, you know, I mean, I feel like I was more creative when I was in middle school versus now, because in middle school, you're just doing it because you're in art class, you know? I don't like to sketch on my paintings either. I just kind of like to, you know, figure it out. But with that comes me getting upset if I mess up. And the funny thing is that you can't mess up a painting because it's art. I mean, especially since I'm just doing this for me, you can't mess it up. But I still have this thing in my head where, you know, it doesn't look how I envisioned it, and so that makes me mad. But it's okay. And I know that, but I think it's just, you know, a thing where I've had to learn that it's better for me to try to make something than to try to be perfect. Because if I keep trying to be perfect, then I'll never make anything ever. And I will never get better at anything, ever. And that would be worse than me making something that I don't really love, because you can always paint another painting, you know, but I think it's worse to just never paint at all because I'm trying to be perfect, you know what I mean? And also, guys, when I paint like this, you know what I mean? Which I wish I didn't do that, because how I've read about it is you're supposed to paint like this, you know, like very far away like that. And I hope I can do that someday, but today is not that day. I need to paint. I need to be able to see what I'm doing, and I paint very much as if I'm writing. You know, I get very close to the, you know, the wood or whatever. And I'm sure I could find a paint marker and, you know, kind of paint these detailed, but I don't want to do that. You know, that just kind of seems dumb to me. I'd rather just put in the extra time to do this like the way that I'm doing it right now. But I really like how this is turning out. Some of the paint that I've really had for so long because I haven't finished it. Because look, I want to make this very much like, you know what I mean? Like almost like 3D effect. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't want this because it low-key ruined it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. This is working. Like I'm working on this top branch right here. Ew. I don't like how that came out. Old people, They love to brag about how we didn't grow up with technology, but they are very impatient. It's unbelievable, because if you've worked in customer service, I have worked many customer service jobs, and the old people, when I say old, I mean 40 years old and older. It's always like 40, 50-year-olds who do this. They act insane. I mean, they're horrible, bro. They're so mean and disrespectful and nasty because they want it now. They're like, I want my return now. I want my money. I don't want to store credit. I want a cash right now. I want my return now. What do you mean it's going to take 2 to 3 business days? I want this now. Like, they lose their minds. And I'm like, Gen X, what's going on? You know, I think they are so used to instant gratification that they don't understand that a cashier can only do so much to help you. And if it takes an extra 5 minutes, are you gonna die? You know what I mean? Karen, are you gonna die? And I mean, people just act so embarrassing, and they'll do it in front of their kids. You know, people my age know not to act like that with cashiers, but you are super old and you are crying and screaming on the floor because you think that, you know, we're going too slow with your return, or you're mad that we don't have a certain product in the store. Like, get a grip, bro. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, if anyone has gotten too used to the speed of technology, it is Gen X or boomers, that they can't wrap their head around waiting more than 2 minutes for something. And they're super rude and inconsiderate. And it's embarrassing, dude. It really is, because it is not the younger generation, bro. It is the old people. And being 40 isn't even that old, and that's why it's even more embarrassing, because I'm like, I know that you know better. You know what I mean? You're not that old. You're like 40 something, and you're still crying and screaming like a little kid about, you know, not getting your 50 cents back on some stupid thing that you want to return. You know what I mean? It's always something that can be resolved. It's never that big of a deal, but they make it a huge deal because it's like they want to argue with someone. You know what I mean? They just want to be upset about something. And I'm like, I feel like maybe their lives are so comfortable because they were able to buy a house with like $5, and they have their house and everything paid off, and they're just living the life, and they just want some drama. I don't know. I really don't know. But I think, you know, I think a lot of people my age have worked customer service jobs, and we know not to fucking act like that. You know what I mean? Or, I don't know, or maybe just use your common sense. I mean, is it that hard to use your common sense? But you should not behave like that. You know, it's just so uncalled for, and I'm telling you, it's always resolved. It's stuff that can always be resolved, and they're like screaming. They're like, I want a manager. I'm gonna get you fired. Blah blah blah. You don't know what you're doing. Like they pretend like we're out to get them, and I'm like, lady, I just met you today. I don't know you, bro. What? You know what I mean? And some of my old jobs were paying me like $8 an hour. Some of my old jobs were paying me like so little. And I'm like, bro, I wish I was stealing money from the company, but that's not what I'm doing. Like, they think that we're stealing money from them. And I'm like, you realize nobody here is getting this money. It's going to the people who run the company, not us. We don't run the company, bro. We just got hired yesterday because they're so short-staffed, bro. And nobody wants to work here. Like, they hired me on a whim because they're short-staffed. Like, what do you think I am? Like, do you think I'm God and I can, like, give you anything? Like, what? I'm so confused. Like, if the line is long, they blame the cashier. Like, this even happens when I'm at the store, you guys, and I'm in line. This always happens at TJ Maxx. I'm in line. There's always a long line, and there's always some old lady, like 50-year-old lady, being mad at the cashiers because the line is long. And I'm looking at this boomer and I'm like, it's your fault because you came in today. So it's actually your fault. I'm like, these poor cashiers are trying to go super fast while being nice to all these idiots and ring up their items, and you're mad at the cashier because you all decided to come here on the same day. How does that make sense? I'm like, it does. And they're so rude. Like, I have seen like old women like be, and I'm not just saying, it's not just women, you know. Let me say that. I have seen men threaten me at my old jobs, lose their minds. I mean, practically, you know, burn the place down over something stupid. But it's just crazy because I'm like, dude, y'all look so stupid right now. It's unbelievable, bro. And it's so embarrassing. Like, their kids, they will have like a 6-year-old with them, and the 6-year-old is behaving better than the adult with them. I'm like, this is crazy. This is truly crazy. And I really don't know how we got to this point and if things will get better, because people who work in customer service, it's basically abuse. Like, the job title should be abuse, verbal abuse, because it's not a normal job, you guys. It is a job where every single person that comes in yells at you and treats you like dirt. But it's very sad. You know, I am younger, and I think that's a reason a lot of people would be nasty to me, because they're like, oh, well, she's young and she doesn't know anything, you know. But I've seen it done even to my older coworkers. I mean, I remember some of my older coworkers literally like being so upset they were ready to like fight somebody because of the way they were being treated by, you know, customers or patients. Like, it's insane, you know. And it's one thing, I mean, like, with bad coworkers, you can leave that job and you don't have to work with those people anymore. But with customer service, anything that involves customers, even if it's just a little bit of customers, the customers are fucking crazy, and it's everywhere you go. It doesn't matter what job, it doesn't matter what profession, it doesn't matter how little you interact with customers. The customers are always insane, bro. And I'm just speaking from experience, but the customers are always insane, dude. And I don't know what the fuck is going. Like, it's really crazy, and I feel sorry for. And the thing is, a lot of people have to work customer service jobs at one point or another because of the economy, because of the way they grew up, because you don't know what they're going through. You know, I had to work those jobs to get money. I had to have money. I had bills to pay, and I had to grow up really quick. You know what I mean? But it's just crazy. Like people working those jobs already don't want to be working those jobs because of the customers, dude. The customers are crazy, dude. And it's like, I've seen people pick up the phone, right, to talk to customer service, and as soon as they pick up the phone, they're yelling and screaming, and it's so, I'm like, dude, what? Like, it actually blows my mind. Like, I don't even know, because, and it's so many people that act like this, that's why it's really baffling to me. Because this is not a few people that I've seen do this. It is no joke, like every adult, just about every adult, as soon as they reach the age of 40, they lose their mind. Or honestly, 38, as soon as they reach that age, they lose their minds, and they're like, I'm just gonna be super mean and disrespectful and horrible to everybody. And anyways, I don't know what to do. I mean, there's nothing I can do, but it's just, I mean, it's shocking. Like, my jaw's on the floor by how people behave. I don't know if this is just a United States thing, I don't know, but it is crazy, and I don't know if it was always like this, because I even looked this up on Reddit because I'm just so in shock, right? And I looked it up on Reddit, and I was like, you know, crazy customers, blah blah blah, and someone said that in the 1990s or 1980s they worked customer service, and it was like never like this. And then, you know, they went back to customer service, you know, in the 2000s, and that they were in shock by the change. They were like, you know, people just lost it or something, and it was like a huge change. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's because too many people have gotten used to the instant gratification of social media and technology and Amazon and being able to get something super quick. I don't know if that's what it is, It might be that people expect everything, you know, in 1 second. They forget that humans aren't robots, and that's why they, you know, lose their minds with customer service workers. But that's the only thing I can think of. But that Reddit user was literally like, yeah, like, people have lost it, bro. Like, and they're like, it didn't used to be like that. So that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, was it always like this or what? Because, you know, what the hell? What the fuck is going on? Okay, so I went on such a huge rant. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. Dude, I'm sorry. I had to get that off my chest because you know, I don't really bring this up anymore because I don't really have to deal with customers like that anymore. But I was just thinking about it the other day and I was like, man, like, what is going on? Anyways, so I just went off on a rant there. You know, for everyone who works customer service, I hope that you can get out of that environment one day, and I hope that you can maybe even go to college to work in an environment that doesn't really involve customers, or I don't know, I hope that you can, you know, are able to get out of that environment because it's really terrible. And or I hope that you are able to score a really good customer service job, because those are rare, but it might happen. But yeah, I'm sorry to all of you because I know what it's like and it's horrible. And my advice too for anyone working customer service is, like, say you work at like Lowe's, don't apply to be a cashier, apply to be like in the garden area or, you know, in one of the other departments of the store, because you still are working customer service, but you get to walk around the store, you get to like deal with that specific department. So like if there's any other positions, if you're applying to Chick-fil-A or something, I don't know, like if you can look for a different position that is not cashier, anything else like stalker, you know, order fulfillment or something, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different options and just apply. A lot of times people don't really give a fuck about your experience or qualifications. They just want you to fill the job. So yeah, I'm sorry to all of you in advance. I'm sorry. Like, it is so bad out there. But yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day. I'm gonna go, you know, run some errands. But yeah, and we'll talk to you guys on my next video. Bye.